There you go.
Hold down the fort. I was really glad to see your old spot, sis. I remember you being there for so many years. Right there. Right there up against the window.
That's the fuck they were. What the hell? What's happening? I can't call it. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I told you you're addicted now, huh? Yeah, buddy. Hey, you know, after this meeting, they you can sign up and speak after this meeting.
Oh, yeah. They took my car already.
Yeah, they will be on bullshit. Yeah, after this meeting.
I'm like, damn, Miss Lee, I just got his 445.
Yeah, they call a meeting so can't nobody else put no slips in. They don't
That's
like
because they don't want to
people-
hear because they know motherfuckers talk after all that, all everything going on.
That's how they do it, man. They dirty, man.
Yeah, I see.
It is now time for the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of section 34-10, disorderly conduct. What's your call?
Call roll call again.
For what reason? Because I didn't make any other action other than roll call. Dr. Lewis was walking in.
She had not said it.
Okay, well, I'm not doing it.
Oh, whoa. Wow.
Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. Are there any requests for agenda changes or additions?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, thanks.
Councilwoman Burns, you have the floor.
Thank you. It has been normal that once we get quorum that we establish it. Is that something that...
Leave it alone, Tanya. Let them fight. God.
So, Councilwoman Burns, you weren't here yet. At the time, Dr. Lewis was walking in when they had already finished roll call, so we did have quorum established. She just didn't get her name called because she wasn't in her seat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, she wasn't. No,
It's
she
now
wasn't.
time for public comment.
She wasn't in walking in.
Council ordinance committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance of the city council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speaker or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment with only one speaking opportunity per speaker. First public speaker, Madam Secretary.
Mitchell.
Hello, Council. I'm R.L. Mitchell, 759 East Linden Avenue. For the record, I want to address this situation about election. Last week, we went to election and I went to McDonald's to get breakfast. And the people ran up to me and said, "Hey Mitchell, who won?" I said, "Man, I ain't hear nothing yet." He said, "Yes, you do. Who won?" They really got mad at me because I didn't. So you should have seen that situation. And now I said, and coming to the city hall the next day, and the same thing happened. But I know Dumas was in there in the election. I'll wait till I go to church. Now, Deacon Dumas goes to my church. I went to church and last week, the pastor said everybody hugged 3 people. And somebody tapped me on the back and he hugged me. But this week, he went nowhere around. I was thinking he was going to talk away about the election because I wore the shirt to the church. And then I noticed everybody mumbling around. I have accidentally heard, do you know what happened to Dumas? They say it's down the sky, rolled up in the ditch and flat as a sardine can. But I said, man, look at me. So they called me eavesdropping. But some saints, the real saints in the church, I mean, all of them precious in my sight, but one of them named Denise Williams, she said, "But Dumas, he only had 3 little scratches on him. It had to be an angel." Once he started up, they tried to do him like legs. He only had 3 black ties. They tried to say he had 4 black ties. And I just, and another thing, I said, and then more they talk, then I figured he's a lag, but he don't supposed to be a lag. But I'm saying this to say this. Oh, and another thing, it's been a bounty hunter on the $10 million on somebody's head, on the neighbor Edward head. This dude figured out the way to go to the Russian and get pocket. Now he's the king of Syria, and whoever wants $10 million to do up Ukraine can go over there and get the $10 million because they won't allow him at the seat right now and break bread with the Russians. And like I say, America, that's where main guy he got from Chinese gonna come through. They got to come through that territory, unforbidden city like Harry Potter to take care and pick up where we left off at. Just I'm the president. You know what they did to that dude? They talked about black and they killed him anyway, beat him to death. And when they beat this dude, the king of Syria, just like the cartel, like they ruling something. Some poppycots and seeds and all that. Thank you with. Welcome to the United States. Everybody gonna get jailed for doing a Flintstone this way. Check y'all in. Get TikTok down, America.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Stanley Wood.
All right, so I had to leave Wednesday because my PCS was getting to me and I knew I was going to get arrested, so I had to leave. So I want to start out with apologizing to Councilwoman Winfrey Carter, Councilwoman Burns, and Councilman Whitewood. When I was addressing you guys on Wednesday, I kept looking at you 3. And I just want you to understand the only reason I was looking at you 3 is you 3 were looking back. So it wasn't nothing personal. I was looking at you because you were looking back at me. All right? I noticed today we got an immediate release for the City of Flint announces expanded public safety plan. Ms. Burns, when did the original safety plan come out? Just wondering. All right, and I only got 3 minutes, so I gotta make this quick. I gave you guys a little history lesson on the First Amendment a couple weeks ago, and I see you guys violated that by shutting somebody up on Wednesday. I want to talk about what's corruption. I know everybody for some reason thinks corruption is just about money. Corruption is the abuse of entrusted power for personal gain. It typically involves dishonest or unethical behavior. That's the important one, unethical behavior. By persons in position of authority, such as government officials, business leaders, or law enforcement. There are many forms of corruption, including bribery, you know that's happening around here, embezzlement, nepotism, fraud, extortion. Corruption can happen at any level, local, national, international. It undermines the trust, weakens the institution, and hurts the economic and social development. So when I talk about corruption from time to time, it's not about mismanagement of funds or anything like that, although we know that's going on. Councilwoman Mouchette, you said right at the beginning, as you take your little speech you normally do, no more slips will be taken once the meeting starts. The meeting hadn't started when they picked the box up. Luckily for me, I got my slip in time because the nice lady over here waited while I was finishing filling out my slip. The last thing I want to say is don't fall for the politics. There is going to be a heavy police presence this weekend. It ain't because of the mayor's plan. This weekend and every back to the breaks has a heavy police presence. They get departments from all over the county. So I don't want anybody to fall for these politics when he has his press conference on Monday talking about how the city was so safe and everything. Also wanted to say I'm sorry to the family that lost somebody on Sunday.
Thank you. Fair Madam. The next speaker is Arnold Woodson.
Whoa. Man, I got people saying that your YouTube isn't up right now. Let me start off by saying I have a lawsuit against the city of Flint, against Sheldon Neely, Mayor Sheldon Neely, and the city council. How is it that he keeps on making decisions for the city council? Y'all don't even know what's going on with this lawsuit. He's appealing things to the Supreme Court over frivolous things because he don't want to do deposition. He can't help but lie. So he don't want to sit down and do depositions. So he keeps appealing everything and wasting the city money.
Right.
So city council needs to go into executive session and tell them that you don't want to go to city council, Supreme Court. Let's speak about the violence, man.
Yes.
They did, and Mashak, you was up there with them. Y'all, how many of those press conferences have y'all had? After every violent episode, y'all have a press conference. And it seems like violence get worse when y'all have a press conference. Y'all have not done anything that you said you were going to do at these press conferences. Then you had a young lady at this press conference that I just heard said that was her first time ever hearing gunshots downtown. Ever. How can you have people working and don't even live in Flint, and she's supposed to be over violence and stuff? How do you want us to police our community when you can't even police the police?
Thank you.
The community is not going to work with corrupt, abusive, overzealous police officers. Yes, we have a problem in our community. Yes, we have a problem with young people, but we also have a problem with the officers also. They like to spray unarmed crowds and try to buy food. So until we do better with both sides, it's going to always be like that. Always, man. It's sad to say. Y'all are some ignorant ass imbeciles. For real.
Please pause this time.
Pause it. Hey, ass is in the Bible. Ass or jackass. It's a subjective word. So it cannot be used as vulgarity. And I'm not yelling fire in a theater. So under the First Amendment, I can say ass.
You do not have the floor and you're still talking.
I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to her.
It doesn't matter. You do not have the floor. You should not be talking. According to Council Rule 29.8, any person at a council meeting may be called to order by a president or any council member for failure to be germane, for vulgarity, or speaking in excess of allotted time, or any other violation of these rules. According to Rule 29.9, any person who is called to order shall yield the floor until the chair shall have determined whether he or she is in order. If a person is determined to be out of order, that person must yield the floor and forfeit any remaining time. Mr. Artson, I thank you for the 20 seconds that you are giving us back. You are out of order. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next, sir. Appeal that next, sir. Appeal that.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk. Councilman Pfeiffer, yes. All right, Mr. Pfeiffer has appeared the ruling of the chair. Is there a second?
Support.
Moved and supported by Councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Please put his minute up. Mr. Pfeiffer, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, through you to the City Attorney. Madam City Attorney, have we put forth a list of words that are considered vulgar, and is the word ass considered vulgar? Hold on. Madam Chair, how can we, or Madam Attorney, how can we hold residents responsible for words that they may not seem vulgar that someone up here deems vulgar?
Was there a ruling as to what word was out of order through the chair?
She's just waiting for my time to expire, so she's not going to answer. Madam.
All right, thank you. It is now my turn to speak. Per the council rules, any language that is deemed vulgar, as I am the chair, that is my discretion. This is not unprecedented. We've said several times before that we need to be careful of cursing language and any language that will incite violence, incite any kind of issues. And so my ruling is that he is being vulgar and he is out of order. It is my discretion, and I took the floor. Thank you. This is the roll call vote to overturn the ruling of the chair. Yes will overturn, a no will sustain. Roll call.
Mr. Alameen is not in. Dr. Lewis?
No.
Ms. Priestley?
No.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 3 no.
I'm sorry, what was that count?
The vote is 4 yes, 3 no.
The vote is 4 yes, 3 no. The ruling of the chair stands. Mr. Woodson, please take your seat. Next public speaker,
Judy,
Madam
you
Clerk.
fake-ass constitutional Republican.
Sounds amazing. That's your first warning. That's amazing. You are removed from this meeting. It sounds amazing. See you later. Next public speaker. Next public speaker.
The next speaker is Mari Kopany.
Spent quite a bit of time downtown this past weekend. Friday during you could see sheriffs posted on every single corner. During Drop Fest, there was also a huge presence of sheriffs. Flint and U of M police downtown to ensure the community felt safe, but yesterday was a whole completely different story. The police presence outside of the fashion show was almost non-existent. You can say that the shooting, which claimed the life of a girl that was my age, was an isolated incident. But if you were down there yesterday, there was multiple fights, shots fired, guns, and people drinking alcohol. I'm disappointed in my city leadership. The mayor, Chief Green, and Sheriff Swanson. Where was the curfew? Where was the sheriff that were paid $1.2 million not even 2 weeks ago to continue and expand Operation Arrowhead? Why was the chaos allowed with not a cop in sight? We have a serious problem in the city when it comes to policing. They are either non-existent or harassing peaceful citizens. Chief Green, you are not doing a fantastic job. In fact, you are doing a horrible job. Once upon a time, we had a police chief that actually engaged with the community, that was out there talking to people and responding to concerns. Mayor Neely, you said we have to be an example that our young people want to follow, which is funny coming from a mayor that fully supports council members that roll their eyes, laugh at, and ignore the youth that come to these chambers. We need leaders who listen to the youth. We need leaders who want to work with the youth that are out here on the streets, experience the violence firsthand. We need leaders who don't just stand at press conferences and say we need reactive enforcement after the city loses yet another young person. You can say you are doing the work behind the scenes, but your actions speak louder than words. And from where I'm sitting, I hear a whole lot of blah, 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 and not a single solution.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Keelani Copening.
Beneath my feet, literally, can sit up and spend money to put a write-in on the ballot, and then, amazingly, she wins. Amazingly. But you know, I'm going to tell you, you three, God is going to give us the money to recount them ballots. And you better hope, and we're calling Lansing, and you better hope, Davina, I'm talking to you. Davina, yeah, I'm talking to you, Davina, because I already warned you about the ballots, the write-in ballots, and matching signatures with ID. Yes, I did. The last time I spoke to you, I was going out the door. That's right. That's exactly right. And you better hope that we don't, if we get a chance, you're going to jail. If we get a chance, you're going to jail, you're going to jail, you're going to jail, and you're going to jail. And if we get a chance, the mayor's going to jail. And I just pray, where's that woman that's an illegitimate city council woman? Where's she at? She wasn't here last week, she ain't here today. So what, she don't have to show up? Where's she? Davina, did you go call her and find out where she is? No? No? Well, then you aren't doing your job, because you go call 9th Ward, 8th Ward, Miss Burns, Miss Jerry. You go call all these people at the behest of Lewis, Merced.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Beverly Biggs Levy.
My name is Beverly Biggs Levy. I won the 3rd Ward. I just want y'all to let you know, I am filing a lawsuit. And I am asking for a handwriting expert to check them writings on them ballots. I'm not gonna stop. You corrupt. I call it like I see it. You don't wanna look up, you ain't got to. I call it like I see it. All of them handwriting is by LaShawn, her daughter, or her son. Illegal. Illegal to take ballots to the post office if you're a candidate. Illegal to knock on doors knowing you're doing wrong. But that's all right, you can keep doing wrong. But I need you guys to vote to put Leon out of that seat. That needs to be voted. Anytime you beat a woman like it ain't nothing, and you three don't say nothing about it. Any other time you'd have did a press conference if it was Tanya or Jerry or Pfeiffer or Jonathan. You went and put Jonathan's business in Facebook. But I see you ain't putting nothing about Leon. Make this stuff make sense. You crazy. I'm not gonna say you crazy. Something's wrong. You're a little few fries short from a Happy Meal. And I just call it like I see it. You guys are crooked, you're corrupt, and ain't nothing good gonna happen to you. Nothing. I keep telling all you pray for them that spitefully use you. You are users. And you use LaShawn, but she don't think she been used. She's wiped up. She ain't used, she's wiped up. And when you get her in that seat, she's gonna be a Liddell number 2. Y'all wait on it. You think it's a joke? All they trying to do is pass that money. They're not looking about the residents. Anytime you bid on your own 501c3 and you think it's okay, the city got to wake up. The city got to wake up. And if I have to knock on every door to wake them up, I will do that. Y'all have a blessed day.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Mr. Pantoja Jacks. Pantoja Jacks. Jacques Pantoja.
Could you spell that first name? You might not be.
First name Pantoja. Pantoja. Last name Jacques.
All right, next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
That is the final public speaker.
All right, seeing as how that is the final public speaker, it is now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers. Only after all public speakers have spoken, an individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who would like to speak during council response? Is there anyone who wishes to speak during council response?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward, you have the floor.
Yes, I have 3 things I want to discuss. First of all, Ms. Williamson stated that no one has ever won by write-in candidates. Mike Duggan, 2013.
Please pause her time. We're not going to have yelling out. She gave everyone an opportunity to speak. She now has the floor. It is her time to speak. Go ahead, Councilwoman Priestley.
And won the primary and the general. Brian Barnett, Rochester Hills Mayor.
Please pause the time. It's her turn to speak. She has the right to respond to any and all speakers during her time. There is not a back and forth. You had your time. Go ahead.
Winning 3 mayoral elections in Rochester Hills via write-in campaigns. And then our councilman in the 3rd Ward, our new one, LaShawn Johnson, won by 97 votes. Also, I find it interesting that someone who's calling for law and order, and I do agree with that, it's terrible that kids are dying in the street, but called in a bomb threat and was expelled from Grand Blanc schools. Also, another person who's saying things are illegal has a $25,000 restitution due for food stamp fraud. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during
Madam Chair.
council response?
Madam Chair.
I'm sorry. Yes, Madam Clerk.
I do have one more public speaker slip that was signed and filled out wholly, but I cannot make out the first name. It is Ms. Pollard.
She was here. Please start her time.
I want to thank.
You have to pull the mic down.
I want to thank everybody who sent text messages, calls to my cousin. That was my little cousin who was trying to enjoy her life here where she lived at. That's my cousin baby daughter. She turned 18 in February this year. Now her life is gone. We need to do something about this violence if y'all gonna have this curfew, but I want to speak on Saturday. Every police department on Saturday was up there. What happened to Sunday? I appreciate the ones that reached out to us. It's killing me inside because that's the second cousin that got killed here less than a month. But we're going to get justice for her. Because her daddy and them was everybody was down here. My whole family was down here enjoying. My other daughter was even in an event that was down here. That is sad that people had to run for their life. Y'all got it where people don't want to come. Some of these parents, y'all got to do better with your kids. Control your kids. Because the innocent girl, which is my cousin, we don't know what her future was going to be. Everybody spoke highly of her, know her personally. She's gone. Gone. I'm here to ask y'all, it's about the city. It's not about the council people, what you got going on. It's about taking care of us because these people all pay their taxes faithfully, and the ones that don't, whatever they give you, they can give you what they got. Do better for Flint, because Flint gonna come back. The devil is a lie, but my family is really hurting behind this. Because I started praying for the young lady, not knowing that she was my kinfolk. Until I get the call, y'all wrong as hell. Do better. When a cop inside, but Saturday, y'all had every cop, sheriff department was here. So what happened to Sunday? Because right now, the way I feel, from Saturday, with that other, I ain't gonna be racist, but that other side, with all them down there, y'all gave them love, but y'all didn't give us no love, and y'all knew it was something else going on Sunday. So show the same appreciation like you do the opposite race. Give it to us, because y'all not showing us nothing. Y'all got people don't even want to go to nothing, and quit putting other counties because you're not our counties. What we do, we stand up for ours. And I'm here standing up for my hometown, and my family kills. Because we all terrified and hurt. We broken behind her. She had a future, now she ain't got nothing. So I want y'all to investigate that. Treat us right when we got stuff.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 5th Ward, you have the floor.
First, I would like to thank all of the
I'm sorry. Oh, okay, they got it.
First, I would like to thank all of the residents for being here. Thank you for being engaged in the process. Ms. Pollard, I feel your pain. The young lady that was shot last night, she's a part of my family. She's a part of my family. When is this gonna stop? When is it gonna stop? It has to stop. I'm asking that the parents, you gotta gain control over your children. But with that, we gotta bring back the village helping to raise the youth. We gotta bring it back. When you see someone, a youth out there that's doing something that they shouldn't be doing, speak up. I do it all the time. But it's about the approach too. You have to be able to approach them correctly. It's gonna take the whole city, it's gonna take the whole village to come together to clean this mess up. I find it very coincidental. Now we have what I call a somewhat public safety plan. But you know what? We need a gang task force as well. Because we got gangs. Gangs out there just shooting up people's houses. It has to stop. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, you have the floor.
Thank you. I do want to say this, my condolences to the family to have to, they're gonna have to lay an 18-year-old to rest. But we also had 2 weeks ago on a Friday, 2 shootings. On that Saturday, 17. That Sunday, we had another 3. We have a gun violence problem, and we've had one. I've been asking for a public safety plan with our own gang task force, not just the one that's a collaborative, because our intel on the street we know is clearly an issue. When we are burying our children, it's the norm to the shots, and if you listen to some of the videos, you even hear the children laughing. It's nothing funny about the rest in peace t-shirts, the loss of life, a parent grieving, and then a lot of these children are born in poverty and they can't afford to even be buried. And so we have some serious issues, and it's going to take council, the administration, and then the parents. Parents have to parent their children. You have to. It's not okay to let your children just go out and do what they want. Some of them kids had hoodies on and masks on. It was 88 degrees. 88 degrees, and if you in that, you're hot. You're hot. You know, when I watched those videos, shoes left behind, clothes, and a life was left behind. Yes. It was. So this is going to take some more time for us to deal with. I did just speak to the city attorney with some things, but I do want to take this time to say to my colleagues, Councilwoman Judy Priestley, you took the time to talk about a teenager who comes here for grand blank, but you won't denounce domestic violence.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Councilman in the 8th Ward.
You know, living in Flint is a lot. Being up here is a lot. I couldn't imagine having a member of my family shot in the streets. I don't even want to think about it. But when you think about the way our city is managed, and during one Sunday, a couple months ago, a 70-year-old man was ripped from his car for going too slow. But when we have 1,000 people down there, there's not a cop to be found. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly is the police plan. And I know Councilman Burns I think we've been asking for a police plan since we got elected, and unfortunately, it's taken until someone gets shot downtown. Where was all this energy, or where's this energy every week when somebody gets shot in another part of the town? Like, why wasn't there a press conference on our 33rd murder? Why does it have to be on our 34th murder? Just so happens because it's downtown. And I hope that there is a serious plan put forward. The press conference isn't the plan. Where is the plan in writing, and how are they going to address it? They need police that are in the community talking to people, doing community policing, and then they need a gang task force where it's needed. You don't need a gang task force where you need police that should be community policing, right? There's two different mindsets. If somebody's dealing drugs or whatever, I need somebody in there to take care of that. But if somebody's selling barbecue, I don't need that same person there.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the second ward.
Thank you so much. So definitely want to, want to express the great things that did happen this weekend. Because we gotta chew gum and walk at the same time. They had a great day at the Drop Fest. A lot of vendors, a lot of local businesses were able to thrive. And how do I know? I was out there. And then also on Sunday, A10 Day started off with a great day. We had the great McDonald's promotion for the entire city. Furthermore, we also had in Brush Park, we had the mini concert. It was definitely a great day until we were met with drama. And so it is our job as council members not to just talk about it, but to get into action. We had several council members state that they will not work with administration. We need to work with everyone, administration, residents, to prevent this. Things are definitely preventable, and it's things that we can do. We can promote organizations that are doing the work with these young people. One organization is Faith Foundation Resources. Another one is Involved Dads. Another one deals with Dante Lott, Men Motivating Men. Every Thursday, they have a session from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It should be standing room only. It should be a waiting list. They have things and resources to help our young people. It is up to us to take advantage. So all of us can do something, and we should do just that, something.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Seeing as how there's no one else who wishes to speak during council response, I will go ahead and take my time. I first want to extend my heartfelt condolences to the family who is experiencing this great loss. Please pause my time. Please pause my time. So regardless to how you feel about me, I'm taking time to give reverence and respect to the family. And so while you all want to be rude when it comes to me, the least you could do is respect the family. If it's not you, then you don't need to comment. Please start my time. I have a note from a parent who was frustrated and said, to truly help, you almost have to be in the position of a battling mother. I've considered and still often consider taking on this fight, but I believe God hasn't fully aligned it for me yet. Still, he places it heavily on my heart. You almost have to be a mother dealing with this trauma to really understand these young men. They join gangs and cling to friendships with the loyalty and strength of a brotherhood when in reality they are broken, hurting, and weak inside. I face this battle every day while also learning how to fight it because I didn't put my child in this situation. My role is to be patient, to remain his rock, even when he makes difficult choices, and to teach accountability along the way. I have a son who cries almost every day, grieving the loss of so many friends and feeling the pressure from others to do something about it. Thankfully, he no longer hides these emotions from me. We've spent more days crying together than anyone will ever know. It's not about pity, it's about giving him a safe place to open up without judgment. Learning how a young man's mind works has been a true battle for me, but it's one I wouldn't trade for the world. I refuse to live in denial that evil exists, but I know in my heart that God is greater than any devil. The city needs more therapy, more understanding, and more open minds to accept that sometimes God calls people home not because of a senseless act, but because it's their time. There's no need for revenge or harm. These are wounded kids searching for love. And so we give these kind of messages from mothers and parents alike. One thing that I can say that I do believe is that every council member up here is committed to doing our part to figure out where we need to put resources, who we need to work with, how we need to make decisions for the city. I hope my colleagues will stand with me as I call for us all to have a community meeting with all council there, with us being respectful so that we can hear from the mothers, the children, and everyone else on their perspective. I know that we all stand together and there's so much more work we can do. Please stop yelling out. That's your first warning, Gladys. That's fine, you don't have to. Moving on to the consent agenda, I will accept a motion for the consent agenda.
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 4th Ward.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
There's a motion to approve.
Excuse me, send it to council.
To send the consent agenda to council. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and properly supported. Are there separations?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
I would like to separate Resolution 250198, Contract Fleece and Vanderlink Water Assessment Asset Management Reliability Plan.
Are there any more separations? Councilman in the 8th Ward.
250223.
Are there any more separations? Seeing as how there are no more separations, the consent agenda will include 250248-T, which is the Consumers Energy Electric Facilities Easement, 2301 University Avenue, and 250249-T, Consumers Energy Electric Facilities Easement, parcel number 41-19-401-024. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Al-Alamin is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Vote is 7 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no. Consent agenda passes. Moving on to Resolution 250198-T, which is the contract for Fleece and Vendor Brink Water Assessment Management Water Reliability Plan, Department of Public Works, Water Division. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
I'd like to send, I don't even have the resolution, that resolution to council.
There is a motion to send this resolution to council. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 4th Ward. Is there discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, you have the floor.
I will not be supporting this because this is a part of what should have been in our administrative consent order, which was passed without any council members being allowed to speak on it on September the 23rd, 2024. Also, this is a part of the Arcadis report, and I just don't see, for me, I will not be supporting this. A lot of these things should have been discussed before the ACO administrative order consent was completed, and I don't even believe we got, through you to Scott Dungy, if you could have him come up.
Mr. Dungy, will you please join us at the lectern?
Mr. Dungy, I know that you're on the way. I do not have my laptop, but do you have a copy of, because we asked during budget time, the projects that were completed, where they were at, and because these are the same projects that were on the water optimization plan and the administrative consent order. I didn't get it updated. Do we have an updated spreadsheet?
I can get you one.
Okay, well, now's the time we're getting ready to vote on it, Mr. Dungy, so.
Well, I've updated it, but I can get it to you.
Okay, well, at this time, I will not be supporting this. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion?
Yes.
I believe it was provided via email. Did you send us something via email?
He said he don't have it to update him. He could get it.
Yes, I'd have to get that to Mr. Edwards to get to you.
So what was provided via email?
The Arcadis study.
All right, Councilman in the 8th Ward, you have the floor.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Great. And yourself?
What other dollars are we going to have to spend because of the ACO? Are you aware of any? Are there any other
So
reports?
right now we have
Any other projects?
So we have the Cedar Street project going, but that's paid for through the ARPA.
Is something wrong with that?
I'm not sure of all of the. I'm not sure of all of the expenditures. I mean, I'm just dealing with the water plant itself.
Okay, through you to Clyde Edwards.
Mr. Edwards, if you could join us at the lectern, please.
I think they fixed the buzz, but now we can't hear.
No, they're not. They're just not speaking into it.
The two big items that I do know of are the Northwest Transmission Main and that Torrey Road Booster Station.
Mr. Edwards, are you, has the city put together any kind of a budget on what items are in the ACO and what they are going to cost us to comply with the ACO?
Adjusted a total budget, no. Just developed, if I'm understanding you correctly, you're just talking about all those items, tallying them up and determining what the cost is.
Correct, sir.
No.
We have a roundabout?
No, I don't have a roundabout, I'm sorry, about what they would cost. These are just mandated items that the state said we need to take care of, and that was all part of the agreement with the EPA. So it was a mutual agreement between EPA and Eagle, what requirements we would need to meet at that point. And some of that's positions. When you talk about knowing all the components, some of that has to do with positions. So that also has to do with dollars that would be set aside to take care of those positions.
So, but what about like the reports or projects? Do we have any kind of idea of dollar amount for those outside of the positions that we need to hire?
No, I guess it's something that could be put together, but no, I don't have anything, we don't have anything already
I'm
constructed.
just trying to figure out, Mr. Edwards, how many more $136,000 things are going to come before us that are going to be because of the ACO? Like how many different mandated projects or any other mandated reports or?
Yeah, from just this brief discussion with Mr. Dungy, we believe it's just a couple of items that, construction projects that we still have in the works. Cedar was part of, yeah. Yes. Yeah, the Cedar project was already funded.
That's already funded.
Yeah, that's already funded.
I'm talking unfunded.
Unfunded, yes.
Unfunded ACO, what can we expect to see Like, we should have like, I don't understand how we don't have a budget. We signed something not knowing how much it's gonna cost?
They were requirements that from the state standpoint, the same thing with a lot of the lead line stuff. From the state standpoint,
Yeah, but
we
they
just have to
pay
get
for
it
a lot
done.
of the lead line stuff.
And we just have, I'm just telling you
No, I hear
that,
you.
yeah, it wasn't optional. It was all required work that needed to be done. They specified what that work is. They didn't really get into cost. That wasn't part of the requirement to have a discussion about cost. It was about meeting this requirement so that our water distribution system comes into full alignment with what the expectations are for water system, delivery systems around the state.
Okay.
They're just putting us on the same level as every other system
All right,
everywhere.
Mr. Dungy, you said on Wednesday that we should do this every couple of years, and it's been like 10, 12, or since this report is done. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
What other things are we not doing that we should be doing that are unfunded? I know it's a broad question, but
Yes.
if we're not doing as simple as this, what other things are we neglecting that's going to come back and get us in
Thank
10
you.
years?
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during the first round of discussion? Councilman in the 9th Ward.
Thank you. Through you to through you to Mr. Edwards. So I'm understanding that for this project, or for the ACO the agreement we went into, we don't have a budget per se. Is that to say that we haven't given thought to what this agreement is going to cost us?
We've presented the items. We've presented all the items as we presented the ACO at the time. We brought back to council each and every one of the items. Collectively, we did not construct a collective agreement or a collective understanding of all that would be paid for. We presented to you, as I just said, items in the ACO were not priced out even with EGLE at the time. These were just looked at as we are a local distribution system required to meet their obligations or requirements. And so that was spelled out in the ACO. That went on for 2 years, even constructing the ACO to determine what is it that we're going to have to do to be fully in compliance so that the EPA would agree and EGLE would also agree.
And I'm hearing that. I'm just having difficulty with how we would manage a project and not assign cost to the things that we are going to be required to fulfill. So as it relates to what's before us today, this is part of what we agreed to last year when we signed the document, right? Or is this come about as somewhat of a surprise to us that they're asking for this?
No, it's part of the ACO, and it was part of the original Arcadis report, which outlined, as we always say, that it was the Bible of this whole water distribution, being compliant with water distribution services in local government.
So for the information that was provided for us last week, in a very efficient manner, thank you, sir, for doing so the next morning. That is a report similar to what we're requesting in this resolution, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And having gone through that process then, we had to pay for that one too, right?
wind funding paid for that at the time.
Did Wind Fund reimburse us for it, or they sent the check directly to the vendor?
Wind Fund was all reimbursement. Everything about the Wind Fund was reimbursement. We had to pay for it first.
And that's what I'm trying to understand. So, though it was several years ago, we probably had an idea that it's going to be, high 5 figures, if not 6 figures, to reproduce this report. And I'm still just trying to tie together, at what point do we say this is going to be an expense to us, so let's document it somewhere and not have it just be about a resolution that we get passed. I don't know that it looks good on us that we would actually, I appreciate the honesty. I would hope to get honesty. I just would not want to hear that we don't have a budget for a project that we committed to. And that's thank you, though. I really do appreciate honesty. Thank you. It's just difficult accepting that's where we are.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman Priestley, you have the floor.
So we're talking about the ACO and other projects, and seeing how we don't know when those projects will be completed, it's pretty hard to get a budget, isn't it? Through you to Mr. Edwards.
Yeah, in some instances that would be true. That's correct.
And isn't it true that without engineering services, et cetera, it's hard to determine what actually is the extent needed for those projects?
Yes, we would need to go out to bid to get an evaluation from an engineering firm on pretty much 95% of the time on construction projects.
Request for information.
Let's pause the time. What's your request?
My request is, does the speaker know that the price and the scope of those projects was in the original budget, the Arcadis report? It was in there.
Councilwoman Priestley, that's on you.
So going forward, I hear a lot of complaints about the ACO, and basically, we needed to agree to that because it's just a continuation of what had been in existence for quite a while, correct?
Yes.
So, and we discussed in closed session several items regarding that, and if people didn't show up to the closed session, they didn't know that. Also, the fact is that it was on our agenda for several months, and it was discussed several times. So I keep hearing that it was voted through without a discussion. That night, there was no discussion, that it was passed on because we had discussed it and discussed it and discussed it. And it was time to pass it. So I'm going to approve this. I'm going to vote to approve it. I don't know if the votes are there. But I think that there are members on this council who are having interests that are not necessarily the same as mine. And I am all in favor.
Please pause the time.
Yeah, she should not be speaking to the motives of her colleagues at all. She should not. That is Robert's Rules 43.21, where she just stated her colleagues who didn't have the same interest or whatever. You can't speak to what our interests are when you didn't even know that the price was in the budget already.
So anyways, I want to make our water system good. I want to make it better. And I want to make sure that we have delivery that protects all residents. I understand that there is issues across the city, but I am actually thinking that we're heading in the right direction. as I spoke with Lee Zeldin, the head director of the EPA, when he came to town, I said, the biggest question is, how do we get the trust of the residents back? And I said, that's what we need to show and do, whatever way we do, whatever way we move forward. And he could understand that.
Ma'am, you are
concept.
already on your first warning. Stop yelling out.
So I'm in favor of anything that improves our water. Thank you. And our delivery system.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the first round of discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Councilwoman Winfrey Carter, you have the floor.
I have a question through you, Madam Chair, to Mr. Dungy or Mr. Edwards, whoever can answer. When is their contract up?
Fleece and Vanderbrink?
Yes.
Well, that's all related to when we can get enough staffing to relieve them.
But aren't they already on a contract?
Yes, covering the lab of the
Okay.
water plant.
And so, if I can remember correctly, and I'm just trying to think back, their contract should be coming to an end, right?
We have extended that because we have not been able to fill the lab.
Okay.
So as we get employees, they periodically leave. So just about the time I'm ready to give them that notice, I have staff that leaves. So at that time, I have to retain them, long enough to maintain the lab staffing, minimum staffing requirement.
So have we put out any, job offers or,
Oh, yes.
Are the jobs posted?
Yes. They're testing for them right now, but it takes time. Yes.
Okay. And how many positions do you have to fill?
2, a lab supervisor and 1 lab tech.
Okay. And how are we doing with a DPW? What's going on with that? Mr. Edwards?
We have, currently, we have one deputy director. His name is Marwan, and he just started. He's working with the 2 plants, with the water plant and the WPC. And we're in the process of getting a second one who will be handling the water service center and streets.
Okay, but don't we need to fill that DPW position?
The director itself, at this point, we're just trying to make sure that we got the right kind of coverage. The people are coming, the 2 deputies, they will come with the certification on both sides, and that's what we're focused on right now.
Okay. Now, getting back to this resolution that we have here. I've read that Arcadis report, and everything was pretty much already planned out. So why are we trying to come up with another plan? We only have, maybe three more projects to do, right? How many more projects do we have?
Yes, we have the 2 Cedar Streets, 1 Cedar Street, it's the pump station and the reservoir. Then you have Torrey Road.
Right.
And then the Northwest Transmission Main. And then just this asset management is a big one. This is the financial portion of it. So over the last 8 years, we've done all the technical, fixing the equipment and stuff of that. We have a few that we have to do, but a lot of it is positions and SOPs from the Water Service Center.
Okay.
If I may, this plan that they're asking for is a comprehensive understanding of all the work that we put together and done to this point. The Arcadis, you have to keep in mind, the Arcadis was done 5, 6, 7 years ago. I mean, even the pricing, Councilwoman Burns was correct. The pricing was in there, but that's 5, 6, 7-year-old pricing.
So with that, and I think you should have used that Arcadis report as a guide, and with that, you probably should have built in a budget as far as all of these different projects. I mean, I know that it has the budget in there, but knowing that things are gonna increase and stuff, you should have been keeping up with that and maybe, you know, building an increased budget for what we need in the future.
I probably would add to that, there's merit to what you're saying, Councilwoman. However, the technicality of all of this stuff, COVID, it changed the dynamics. It really changed the dynamics considerably of
Thank
cost.
you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the first round of discussion? Is there anyone who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion? Councilman in the 8th Ward.
Mr. Dungy, just going back to my first question, what other things are we not doing that we should be doing?
Well, we're pretty much trying to tackle everything on that ACO list that they've addressed.
I'm talking about, like, is there
so-
anything that's not addressed in the ACO list that?
One major item that's on there
Madam Chair.
that I'm addressing
I don't know what's
that is unfunded. Is residential cross-connection inspections. Within the last 5 years, they have mandated that statewide, that all municipalities must do a residential cross-connection. In the past, it was just commercial, but now it's residential. So that means we have to hit every house, every residential house within 10 years. So
And
right now
what
we're
are we
doing
doing with that?
Pardon me?
What does that involve?
So that's going to involve probably a full-time inspector. That position we have, but we haven't been able to fill it. That was a certified plumber that retired 4 years ago, and we haven't been able to replace him, but we're working on trying to adjust that.
But what does that mean? Is that you have to have a residential
cross-connection plan.
Cross-connection. What does that mean? Does that mean we got to dig up outside? Does that
No,
mean
no
something
digging.
inside?
This is just an employee coming to your home, inspecting your home to make sure there's no internal cross-connections, like water irrigation, boilers, hot water boilers, stuff like that. If you don't have irrigation boilers, none of that, they'll mark you off on the list with no cross connections. They'll give you a couple of vacuum breakers for your exterior hoses, and then if you have a utility sink, we'll give up to 4 of them, and then you're covered for 10 years. But it is an employee, it takes a person, it takes vacuum breakers. I'm spending, upwards of $500 a box for 200, and we give 4 per house. So it's going to be costly. If we have to contract it out, that's an exorbitant cost. I'm trying to do it with internal. So I got the water service center lined up to where whenever they're doing any type of meter change out, they're doing the survey. The inspection department is going to start doing some, but we don't still quite meet the 2,900 a year. So we're going to have to hire that one employee. So that's a mandate that's, coming out of my water plant operational budget right now, but I've had to adjust my budget to accommodate that.
Okay. Mr. Edwards, can we have somebody look at the ACO, and even if they're budgetary numbers on the low side or high side, however, can we get a final cost to this ACO?
Yeah, we can develop
some
kind of projection.
I mean, I'm not saying final because we get change orders all day, every day, but some kind of baseline
Yes.
for what this ACO is going to cost us?
Yeah, we can make a projection based on the remaining projects, yes.
Okay. I'm going to kind of cross over, shoot. I got 10 seconds left. Is the 750 able to use the professional services that we have allocated, able to pay for this?
I don't believe so. No.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman Burns.
Thank you. So, Mr. Dungy, you said you would get us a spreadsheet, which I think we asked for before. And I do understand, Mr. Edwards, that, of course, when it was done, that the price did go up. But if we don't even know which projects need to be exactly completed, then it makes it difficult if we're approving something. I understand with getting the licensing that Fleece and Vanderbilt do have covers the city But I think we have another part that when we talk about what's in the ACO, we did not really do the planning that should have been done. Because in the Arcadis report, you got water distribution, you got asset management plan development, resource analysis needs, infrastructure and investment recommendation, corrosion control plan, operational practices. And all of these things are in that. I've read it. I read and wrote sticky notes and notes on it, and I know it's a lot. This to me with the water almost, when we're talking about it, because I think we need to be transparent, people have a trust issue with this, and just now thinking maybe it's something we need to have listen to what the public, because the public was poisoned. Everything, people still, I literally a month ago got people sending me water that was different colors of brown steel over in Mott Park, which it may have been a rusted out water main. I don't think we're doing the number, we're supposed to, was it $6 million in water main repairs every year? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Mr. Dungy, do you know? I know we don't have.
They would like up to 10%, but I don't know the figures.
Okay. And so this, I think when we do this, it's really hard to make a decision. I get what you're saying, Mr. Edwards and Mr. Dungy, but it's almost like I think we need to, because this is the water, and that maybe we need to do my questions are extensive, and within 5 minutes and 3 minutes does not allow. I think we had asked before, maybe twice, Mr. Dungy, we had when Mr. Miller, before he resigned, he had given the spreadsheet, and I was able to get up and go back there to talk to him about things, where we were at. And we have not had, I believe, that spreadsheet. I think then he had updated it since then, 'cause I think there were 22 projects, and I think at that point, he gave the percentages of them, and I don't know where those do you know where those 22 projects are at?
I'd have to look at that list.
You have to look at this list. Well, this may not be ready for us to, and I cannot, because this is the water, and we should really be better prepared. And it's not a shot, because I don't even want to take, it's so much going on. This is just important, that we take our time to fix this and do it right. So at this time, until I get that, I cannot support this.
Thank you. Anybody else who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion? Seeing as how there is no one else who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion, this is the roll call vote for Resolution 250198-T, which is the contract for Fleece and Vanderbrink Water Asset Management Water Reliability Plan, Department of Public Works, Water Division. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Priestley? Yes. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
No.
Ms. Burns?
No.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
No.
Mr. Jarrett?
No.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
The vote is 3 yes, 4 no.
The vote is 3 yes, 4 no. Resolution 250198-T, contract for Fleece and Vanderbrink Water Asset Management Water Reliability Plan, Department of Public Works and Water Division fails. Moving on to Resolution 250223-T, which is the Grant Acceptance Financial Recovery Technical Assistance CS Mott Foundation. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
Can I make a motion to send the previous one back to finance?
Okay, Councilman Pfeiffer has made a substitute motion to send 250198-T back to finance. It's been supported by Councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley? Yes. The vote is 7 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no. That resolution has been sent back to finance, and that was Resolution 250198-T. Moving on to Resolution 250223-T, Grant Acceptance for Financial Recovery Technical Assistance for CS Mott Foundation. From CS Mott Foundation, what is the pleasure of the body? Councilwoman in the 4th Ward. There has been a motion to send this item to council. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the 2nd Ward. Is there discussion? Councilman Pfeiffer, you separated. Would you like the floor first?
Sure.
Councilman Pfeiffer, you have the floor.
Through you to,
Is it possible Seamus?
no, Phil.
I think it's Seamus.
I know, I'm gonna talk to Phil too.
Seamus and Phil, would you please join us at the lectern?
Mr. Moore, I was about to ask, I had on Wednesday, we didn't underfund any department, so what are we gonna reallocate this 750 that we already had budgeted?
The original plan was to use fund balance if we did not receive the grant. If we receive the grant, we won't have
But
to
we received the grant, so where is what are we gonna do with the other money? Because right now, I don't wanna approve this one without doing a budget reduction on this same amount. Because no offense to you, but I don't want additional people hired that we can't afford, and this right here allows that because we're getting the grant. That's great, you know, we want the money, but now you still have the authority to spend the same amount of money that we've already budgeted. Yes. So what's the plan with the 750? I understand we're just gonna put it in the budget fund. Well, then where's the budget amendment to reduce all of these categories by this 750?
We haven't prepared one because the concern that the council expressed before was that they didn't want to have revenues less than expenditures, and this brings that up closer.
But we still have over budgeted now by 750 in these positions, correct? We've already budgeted for the complete salary, not knowing we're gonna get this. We got this by this dollar amount.
We haven't prepared one. That you'd want to reduce the gap between the revenues and expenditures.
But we do that, and then it never comes before us, and then the administration hires 12 people, and then we can't afford them, and then, like, that's not saying you're doing it, but that's the way that, and I'm more than willing to approve this, but I want to see a reduction by this dollar value so that we don't get handcuffed come next budget season saying, well, you approved 750 and now we've got 12 extra employees. Now we got to raise our budget by this amount of money next year. Because there's no guarantee that we're going to get this next year, and without a reduction in each staff department by this dollar value, we're leaving that table to the administration to do whatever they want with it.
So a lot of these positions are grant funded.
But they're already budgeted, sir.
But the grants have specific usage for those funding, so it's not like we can.
No, I'm not saying that with the
okay,
grant
I just want to
funding.
make it clear. I just want to just make it clear. It's not that we can to pay for somebody and then free up that to pay for somebody else.
No, can be used for that. When we take these dollars and move them into this, now the monies that we've already allocated in the general, that we didn't know that we were getting this can be used for whatever they want to be used for.
Well, we did know we were getting this. I got the award letter the night the budget was adopted. I brought the award letter to you guys to show you that we were getting this.
Yeah, but we didn't reduce the budget by this amount in these departments.
The budget that you adopted was actually the 2025 budget.
Right, these departments.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 9th Ward.
Thank you. Through you to those at the podium. Can this grant here, is it allowing for us to be able to fund new positions?
The positions that you see that you have in front of you are the positions that it funds.
Okay. Are all
There's
of these?
two of those are currently vacant.
Which two are vacant?
The Community and Business Services Director, the Director of the CBS Department, and the Grants Management Officer. There are two current vacant positions.
So Grants Manager
Grants Management Officer and the first one on your sheet.
Okay. Are those new positions?
No, one of them was Miss Doer's position.
Okay.
And the other one was my old position.
Okay. Now, what direction or oversight did Mott dictate by way of the allocation of the FTEs?
They wouldn't fund 100% of the funding. So we knew what other percentages were been funding the positions out of other grants, and we knew where the gap was, and that they would fit that gap to help us.
So we determined what percentage of FTE for these persons short of 100%.
Based on what we currently had available in grants that were paying the position, we told them that this is where the gap was at, because this is a financial recovery grant where they hit in and hit the gap, but they were never going to fund any of them at 100%.
Right, right. Well, what I'm trying to understand is, for example, the Community and Business Services Director. Someone in the city, whoever was giving oversight for this, determined the 0.32 FTE. It wasn't that Mott said, this is the amount of FTE for this position.
No, it was basically, we knew what was currently available, and then there was a gap of 0.32.
So we determined it.
We showed them the proof. We give them the evidence in the reporting. We have the back and forth conversation with them. This is not an overnight thing. This takes months of discussions with them to get to this point where they actually agree upon, okay, we'll do this part. And then we follow up with the reporting. So when we report to them, we don't report on the 750, we report on the 100% for every position.
Okay. Can you help me understand what professional services looks like? What exactly is that?
So we have our Community and Business Services Department that utilizes, let me just bring it up here because I have my notes. As needs come up, looking at code development enforcement, master planning, site plan review, land division administration, capital improvement, architects. We have a bunch of needs that that specific department utilize professional services for. This will help pay for those going forward, to streamline a lot of our work, to get projects done a lot quicker. This funding will help for that.
So this is basically for us to be able to contract with vendors?
Yes, contract with vendors, yeah, to provide services.
And are those services specific to certain sectors or need, or wherever we as the city might identify a need, we can plug it with professional services?
Predominantly Community and Business Services Department it needs a lot of the professional services. So we follow the same procurement processes. If you pass this, we have the My Deal and the Sourcewell vendors that we can use, which I'm sure we're all aware of. And then we have anything over $10,000, we have our bid process. Anything under $10,000, we have our 3-quote process.
Okay, I yield at this time.
Is there anyone who wishes to have the floor in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
Thank you. Seamus, what was your former title before?
Grants Management Officer.
And how much did you make there? Because this one, was it the 50,000?
Yeah, so this includes salaries and fringe benefits. This is not just salaries. This includes fringe benefits too. All of those positions.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, it's really hard to, I respectfully, it's really hard to hear. People are chirping at us in the background, so
Okay.
I'm trying to concentrate with what you're saying fully. I want to be engaged.
Oh, again, see, I don't hear that.
No, you can't because you're there, but it's happening. I just want to make sure I can hear you.
So so your former job, what was the title again?
That one, Grants Management Officer.
And you're now Chief Strategy Officer?
Correct.
So this is your salary with fringe benefits?
Correct.
So what, 50,000 is for fringe?
No, that's grants.
What is your salary?
What is my salary?
What is your salary?
My stuff is right there. You can see it right in front of you. I'm the Chief Strategy
Okay,
Officer.
so the 100,000.
It's right in front of you.
Yeah, but that's not one, because he had a promotion.
I'm sorry.
Was that a promotion?
I got a lot of people. I can't hear you.
Okay, so Madam Chair, he can't hear. He's stating in the background.
You can also call people to order.
Yeah. Well, you're chairing, so.
I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, but I do know that, but I know you are very good at that. So.
You can join me.
I'm gonna stay in my little lane today. And so, so your former was, who was in your old position now?
Who is that job? That job is getting posted. If you approve this, we're going to post that position.
Okay, so that one will be. So who is the Deputy Communication Director?
The deputy. Where's that? Where's that? That is that's posted currently. That is posted on our.
So can you tell me, if you just go down, tell me if someone is in this.
Correct.
Like in the job. Can you have this in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Can you start at the top and just go down so I can write it in?
So the first one is posted on our website and currently vacant.
RL, can you have a seat?
The second one is
Madam Chair.
filled.
Please pause the time. I'm sorry.
Point of order. So just
Yes,
wanted to
yes.
highlight that Gladys is standing up as well.
And that's fine, but I need you to sit down while you do that, please. Thank you. Alrighty, go ahead.
Okay. Second position is filled.
Okay, that's with Tyler's.
Correct.
Okay, Tyler Bailey.
The third position is filled.
Who is that? Could you tell me who they're filled with, please?
Do you know their names? I don't know all the departments' names. Steve, is it Steve? I think it's Steve.
Okay. Zoning.
RL, stop yelling out.
We got.
Can you, whoever that was, who was that?
Was zoning
Oh,
coordinators
it was you?
is filled
Oh, it was-
too. I don't know
point
the
of
name.
order.
I'm sorry, please pause the time.
Point of order. It was the young lady in the white and red in the back.
I'm sorry, who?
The young lady in the white and red in the aisleway.
Ma'am, please stop hollering out so that we can hear. Ma'am, please stop hollering out so that we can hear. Yeah, thank you. Please continue.
So zoning.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the person, but it's zoning coordinator position. There's a planner one. I believe there's more than one planner one that works for the city on different.
You don't know how many we have as planners?
I think we've got two.
Is this vacant or?
There's somebody in there. I'm just not sure which one
I
is.
thought we just had a planner resign.
This planner one is currently filled.
Okay. Deputy Communications Director.
That is posted. That's a job posting.
Okay, that's posted.
Right.
CFO, so this is just a portion of your salary, Mr. Moore, that's coming out of that grant. What is your total salary?
I don't know what your total salary is.
Our last one made 150. It's not it's not a secret. You have a contract.
Yeah, I have a contract. I don't know for sure. I believe it's like 130.
130, okay. This is what I was saying. So, Seamus, with yours, is this, because some of this, because if I'm looking at yours, I know what the percentages means, because some of them, they may come from different grants.
Yeah, I'm fully reliant on grant funds. My position is fully grant funded. I am an exempt employee, which means if I don't have the
Okay,
funding,
hold on
then
just a second, because this is
I don't have a job.
.75. So what is your total salary?
98.
98?
Yes.
Okay. And then, and grants management, who's the grants manager? Is that open or vacant?
That will be posted pending approval of this, acceptance of this grant.
So, and I just want, so on this sheet, so people will know, these are percentages. So there's a percentage of, and I know the grants can come from different grants to fund a full salary. And so these are not 100%
Thank
funded
you.
on this
Is
sheet.
there anyone else who wishes to speak in the first round of discussion? Anyone else in the first round? Anyone in the second round?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
Mr. Bannon, I'm confused because when we had a sidebar, you told me we had 2 open positions, but now you're telling me there's 3?
No, there's
No, you're saying that there's 2
one,
addition-
there's 2 open, there's one that's not posted, which is the grants management officer position is not posted. The community business and services director position is open and posted. And the second one I was referring to is the deputy communications director position is open and posted, because your question was which of these are currently open and not filled. The last one, the grants management officer position, is not one that's posted at all, are currently open because we haven't approved
if it's
this.
posted or not, that's irrelevant to me. It's which ones are currently empty or whether or not you posted.
Right,
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So, is there 3 on this list?
Those ones, community and business services director is currently, as a job posting that
Yep.
we have, but nobody's in
It's
it.
open. The
Correct.
deputy communications director on which department?
That's through the mayor's department.
That's the mayor's department. And then the grants management officer, those are the 3.
Correct, sir.
Okay.
I was confused between what's open and what's not posted, so.
Okay. But your old position is the grants and finance coordinator, and that's empty, right?
No, my old one was grants management officer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was confused with that one.
Right.
Okay. So the grants and finance coordinator would basically be the assistant to your old position?
That's currently, somebody's doing that.
But that would be basically an assistant to your old position? Is that what that?
No, they're the grants person. It's really hard to hear. I'm sorry. They're the grants person in the finance department. They're based in the finance department.
Okay.
So they're the ones that are responsible for the financial reporting on a lot of our grants that we get for the city.
Okay. Just being honest with you, I don't know that I can support this tonight because I want to figure out the budgeting.
I understand
because
that.
we've already budgeted. I've already had the sidebar with you. What's happening with the monies that are already budgeted that aren't restricted the way these ones are restricted? That's my question. Mr. Moore, if you can tell me when we can get a resolution to reallocate those into the general fund and not allocate those into salaries, that's what I would like to see.
I'll need to talk to some people, but I can get back with you on that.
Okay, thank you. I yield.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the second round of discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 5th Ward, you have the floor.
Simons, okay, I have the Community and Business Services Director. That position is open, And is that position posted?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Next, I have the Deputy Communications Director. That position is
Open.
open
And posted.
and posted. And then we have the Grants Management Officer.
Correct.
Open and posted?
Not posted, no, not posted. It's reliant, we're not gonna post the job, it's reliant on this being passed, so we can post it then.
Okay. Now, I'm missing someone. The zoning coordinator, who is that?
I'd have to ask Tyler Bailey that question, who that person is.
Okay. You know what? We've never received the organization chart.
Did they not get it?
I don't even know. I mean, we need an updated organization chart with everything. And I know we have other grants. I know we have other grants here in the city that have positions. I
was just asking Mr. Moore if that was given during the budget hearings, and we believe it was given. Every department gave their during the budget hearing sessions.
I want names and within this organization chart.
Okay.
As well as all of the grant positions.
But you did receive the organizational chart of the positions. Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to understand what you received.
I want names of the people who work in the city under, you know, the organization chart, as far as like the administration and who have positions. And I'm talking about all of the grant positions, because this is not the only grant that we have, right?
Oh, correct. Yeah, but it's to accept this grant. It's not to accept multiple grants. That's why you want to have that.
I understand
Okay.
that, Simus.
Okay. I'm
Please
Seamus.
do not insult my intelligence, okay? This is for this grant,
Right.
but I know we have other grants in the city, okay?
I can't hear
And
you.
I'm just asking for an organizational chart,
Okay.
okay? With names.
Okay.
Thank you for this. We had to fill in the names, and thank you, but
I just so you know, I got that request at 3:45 today. That's the best I could get for
Oh,
you.
you did?
Yeah, 3:45 today. I got the request officially.
because I asked for this on Wednesday.
So somebody didn't follow through. I never got it till 3:45 today.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in the second round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
So can we, what I would like, and I don't want to get another, complaint to the Ethics and Accountability. I would like to have an updated org chart, because we do have people, we don't know who works at the city. So it needs to be updated. For example, Emily Dorr doesn't work here. Ashley Harris is no longer here. She was the Deputy Planning Development Director. And I know that some of the jobs, you have to, not some, every job, you should have integrity and honesty. And making sure when we fulfill these positions that you should have to have it. And some of these are not, it's a requirement. Everyone takes an oath. When you work for the city, you take an oath. You take one. The clerk will raise your hand that you will do the best for the city, and that oath is taken. Well, if y'all didn't get, you didn't get an oath?
I'm not sure what you're.
Did you
speaking
take
to.
an oath when you were hired with your contract?
No.
Oh, wow. Oh, I did when I worked for the city. We had to take an oath. And so that oath is something for me that it should be upheld. It's to the honesty and the integrity of the position. And I would like to see, because I do know when we're looking at some of these are like 32%, 70%, 50%, what other grants when we're saying your position is 100% funded on. And I know this because I used to do this.
Right.
And so, and it's being transparent, not stating that you may not be doing your job, and for me and you, and I'm fully transparent, I'm moving forward. And I want to make sure these positions, because you used to be really good with answering questions. You honestly were. And you just, with me, it went, and listen at that with honesty and integrity and that oath, which is in the city charter. I mean, it is just something that's important. I want to make sure, where are we at with it's Ashley's job and Emily's job?
Yeah, so Ashley's is posted. I believe that's closing this week. It has to be up for 2 weeks before we can, it's with HR, they see who applies, and then after a 2-week period, interviews will be started.
Oh, you have started them?
No.
You
No,
have not? It hasn't closed
correct,
yet?
Yeah, it's not closed yet.
Okay, and so I would like to see that, because as Councilman Pfeiffer stated, with these jobs, we know that people are filling them. We know that they don't come back. I mean, that transparent, it just has not been with this administration, unfortunately, but we need to start making it be transparent so that we can see. And we shouldn't have to go through now to say, hey, who's got this job? You know, we should already have that updated.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the second round of discussion? Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the second round of discussion? Seeing as how there is no one else, thank you. This is the roll call vote to send Resolution 250223-T, which is a grant acceptance, financial recovery, technical assistance, CS Mott Foundation, to council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns?
No.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
No.
Mr. Jarrett?
No.
Mr. Al-Alami is absent. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
No.
The vote is 3 yes, 4 no.
The vote is 3 yes, 4 no. That resolution has failed to move to council. What is the pleasure of the body?
Motion to adjourn.
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
Send the previous resolution to finance.
There is a motion on the floor to send the previous resolution to finance by Councilman Dennis Pfeiffer. It is supported by Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, Tanya Burns. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no. Resolution 250223-T, which is the grant acceptance, financial recovery, technical assistance, CS Mott Foundation, has been sent to finance. What is the pleasure of the body? There's a motion to adjourn by Councilman Pfeiffer, supported by Councilwoman in the 4th Ward, Ms. Priestley. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 7 yes, 0 no. The time is now 6:31 p.m. on Monday, August 11th. The Special Affairs Committee meeting is adjourned.
This is a reminder to anyone who wants to participate in public speaking in the council meeting. Now is the time to fill out a slip. You do not have to fill out another slip if you already filled out one for the previous meeting.
How much time, Madam Clerk, how much time are you giving them?
5 minutes.
Thank you.
And another reminder to the public is, if I could have your attention, if you fill out a speaker slip, please make sure that you fill it out in its entirety with your printed name and signature, date, and check marks for the meeting.
That's a cool vase.
All right, will council members please take their seats so we can get started? All right, Madam Clerk. Wait, could you please grab the box? I don't know if she can grab the box.
Okay, this should go quick. Hopefully in prayer for Lee. Oh, we got public speaking. It'll take most of our time. It will.
It is 6:39 p.m. and I am informally calling this city council meeting to order for the purpose of electing a city council president in accordance with the Flint City Charter. Before that, I will take the roll call. Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Present.
Ms. Priestley? Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat? Present. Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett? You have 7 members present.
Madam Clerk,
Ms. Priestley?
make a motion to put the selection of the council leadership and officers to the end of the agenda.
Ms. Priestley has made a motion to move the organization of the council to the end of the agenda. Is there support for her motion?
Support.
It's been seconded by President Lewis. I will take the roll call. Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
No.
Ms. Burns?
No.
Ms. Mashat? Yes. Mr. Pfeiffer? Yes. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 5 yes, 2 no.
Now it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilwoman Priestley, could you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So before we do our blessing, is there anyone that the body would like to acknowledge that may have transitioned?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Winfrey Carter.
I would like to have a moment of silent prayer for the family of Mrs. Laverne Dawkins, the family of Mrs. Pamela Miller, the family of Mrs. Alice Kemp, and of course the family of Miss Jayla Kills, the 18-year-old that was shot last night downtown. Thank you.
All right, anyone else? All right, seeing that there's no one else, we will pause for a moment of silence. All right, so now it's time for the blessing. We asked the student minister, Laurent X, if you could join us at the lectern to administer a blessing over this meeting.
In the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful, I pray that he can bless us to come together in peace and harmony. I ask that he bless us to come together and get along with one another so that we can solve these problems in our beautiful city of Flint, Michigan. And I pray that he bless us with a peaceful meeting today, and I pray he bless us with a peaceful leaving. Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So now it's time for the reading of the Disorderly Person City Code subsection, which goes as follows. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of the Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject for arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. So now it's time for any requests for agenda changes or additions. All right, seeing that we have none, we will go ahead and move on to public comment. So the first public speaker, Madam Clerk.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello. I'm R.L. Mitchell. Live at 759 East Linden Avenue. Address the situation over on Door Highway, the Water Department. We got a new language called the Bible. It gave us the whole Bible of the situation in the Water Department with the Eagle situation. The Eagle's trying to get out of there and blame somebody, but they can't. But the only Bible we got in City Hall is May's Daddy Bible. And you don't want to hardly use it, because every time he goes use the point of order, somebody may say, go get my daddy's Bible. But anyway, address the situation about Simon. Simon is a man, he almost got away with it, with all that money, them budget and stuff, until we put back on the Treasury Department. Because just like Mr. Mott, in 1953, a tornado come out and wipe half of Beecher out and half of Flint. Beat you out, and Mott done the best he can and got it back together. And with them Mott peoples over there at Mott College, they call themselves filling in the gap. Flint, I told Mott peoples to back off a long time ago, for peoples like Simon Says won't get away with our money. So, and you know, all that in 1A, the new technology program. You see, all them billions of dollars they put over Flint, they can catch every murder in Flint, whoever shot a gun, but they don't want to tell us, we the peoples, about it. That camera up there, for instance, there ain't nothing wrong with that camera. That's the 1IA, and nobody want to talk about it. Davina, I told you, but honey. I can't talk, because she's looking at me that special look, just like Tanya Burns. They do something to me, just like Fields when she used to be. They could talk with their eyes, and they Wasana, and, well, I can't, like I'm saying, wow, couldn't you be like Fifth Ward? Look at her. Darker the berry, sweeter the juice. But I like butterscotch too. Well, I'm a greedy man, but ties in, like I say. The man with the money, he know how to back down and let the little darky administration take over. I can't look back, but only that camera back. So they got
Mr. Mitchell, please pause this time. Please, let's refrain from using racial rhetoric like darky, please.
A racial girl? What college you went to?
Thank you.
What school you?
Pros carry on with his time.
Okay, like I say, you must have been to Grand Blanc. Like Miss Priestley talking about a bomb scare out there in the beacher. I'm out there in Grand Blanc. Grand Blanc ain't got no. I went out there, they told me don't never come back out here. So that woman, he said, you look, whatever they were saying under their breath, you look
All right.
Grand Blanc, boy.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Stanley Wood.
All right, first to the city attorney. Would you agree with me that a Supreme Court decision sets precedents in the lower courts? I know don't expect you to answer that because I know you can't have communication with us, but I just wondered. Section 1601 from the charter, oath of office. Thank you, Councilwoman Burns, you threw me a easy lob ball there. It does say every elected officer and every appointee before entering on official business shall take and subscribe the following oath, and then the oath is there. How many more like this? How many more appointees have not taken the oath? But we'll go on to what I really wanted. One of the other ones I really wanted to talk about was section 1-602 of ethics. And you go under section G, campaign activities using City of Flint property or during working hours. So that's part of my thought on the corruption on the Third Ward voting. Yes. There was a time recently when the Third Ward write-in candidate used the mayor's conference room for that. Yes. Then we'll go on to section 106, or 1-603, forfeiture or removal from office for cause. Section B, number 1, lack at any time any qualification required by law or by the charter. The charter says you must live for 1 year in your ward before you can run as a councilman or a councilwoman. We clearly know, again, the first ward councilman did not follow those rules. And then I gave a little history speech the other day, or a couple weeks ago, and hopefully I got enough time to get this out, but it's Cohen v. California. A man named Paul Cohen walked into the courthouse in California wearing a jacket that said, "Fuck the draft," protesting the Vietnam War. He wasn't violent, he wasn't loud, he just wore the jacket. The words on the jacket could offend some people and cause trouble, so the government wanted to say that they could legally punish him for that. The Supreme Court came back and said, no, we agree with Cohen. They said that the government can't ban words just because they're offensive and part of free speech, even if the words are shocking or vulgar. So what it means, the case protects your rights to express
Thank you so
yourself.
much, Mr. Stanley.
And Art Woodson will
So, next speaker, please.
I don't think Mr. Woodson came back. Mari Kopeny. I think she's here. Keelani Kopeny. Tay Coffey. Next speaker is Gladys Williamson.
Yeah, you're a joke too, Lewis. Listen, I am getting sick and tired of people from back there coming up here, not having the proper paperwork. You all get an F in fail because you come here, you don't have the proper paperwork to show where you spent money that you got, and where you want money, you don't have no paperwork to show for that. You don't have no accountability for the money you spend. You don't have no accountability for absolutely nothing. You don't know how many people work down there. You people are a joke. Literally. You sit up and you laugh at us. But we watch you come up here time after time and not be prepared for questions before this city council. Time after time you come and not have paperwork.
Excuse me, Ms. Richardson, could you please address the body?
Yeah, no, you know who I'm addressing.
But-
Don't make me get on you.
Ma'am.
'Cause I got plenty I
Ma'am,
can get on
stop
you
her
about.
time. Stop her time. Please address the body. Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you, this four here, that hold these people accountable. Please respect us for coming here and putting up with what we have to put up with just to make sure these people come up this stairwell and sit up and have the paperwork when they come up to this podium saying they want. They're worse than kids, so what they want? I really don't care what they want. If you don't have the paperwork, and Mr. Jonathan, I so respect you, because I was able to tell you months when you first came here, if you treat your seat like you do the bank, would you give somebody that came to your bank and didn't have the proper paperwork $1 million? And that answer you've told me would be no. And I expect, and I have gotten that from you, that same response when these fools come up here and don't have the proper paperwork for money they've spent and money they want. Treat these people like a child that doesn't have proper sense with money. And they don't have proper sense with money. That's right. And I want to thank Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Dennis, Miss Burns, and Miss Jerry, because it's worth coming here
Thank
and
you so
taking
much,
the
Ms.
garbage
Gladys.
that I have to
That's
put
your
up
time.
with.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Beverly Biggs Levy.
Again, my name is Beverly Biggs Levy. Judy, you got the audacity to keep bringing up stuff about me. Your finances ain't paid. While you worried about my bills, worry about yours. And I don't, you talking about you own your house? Boo-boo, I own 3 of them. Just because you have a house, you ain't the only one that owns a house. This is irrelevant for what needs to be done, but you want to sit back in the back and talk stuff to me, I'll put it on record. I ain't ashamed. You guys need help. Like I said, you don't look up. Them are the only 4 that looks up all the time. Y'all got y'all heads down. Y'all probably texting one another. You got something to say? What you got to say? How much you gonna steal this week? How much money you gonna get this week? That's what you got to say? Voting on your 501c3s? That's what y'all got to say? How much you gonna get from Ashton Capital? Let's make this plain. You guys have a problem, and it's a big problem, a real big problem. Are you gonna have Leon to step down from beating up his girlfriend? Let's put the stuff out. You never did a press conference on Leon, but y'all want to do a press conference on some kids. And this is the thing. The kids are innocent. You don't pray for them. You want to think about what the good things you done did this week. There's people dying in our street. Chief Green needs to step down. The mayor needs to step down. You guys have no plan for our young people. But I bet you had made sure that girl didn't get on the news last night, but you put the back to the bricks on the news last night. Let's put the real stuff on the news. These kids are dying out here in these streets. You have no control. You have this council full of police officers. but you ain't got nobody on the street. Let's do something about the streets. And Michelle, it's a shame. You get up and speak on the kids and you ain't even got none. It's a shame. You don't know what these parents are going through, and you really do. You three don't care. Have a blessed day.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next speaker is Pantoja Jaques. Next speaker is Ms. Pollard.
Only thing I got to say really to everybody, including everybody in the chambers, these kids is out of control. It's nothing for them to do in Flint. And when y'all do give things downtown for them to come out to enjoy life, this was what happened. We gotta clean it up. We gotta get the streets right. We also gotta do right by them also, because we failing them in different areas here in Flint. A lot of people keep saying, I'm tired of Flint, Flint ain't nothing. But when y'all travel to go out of town, y'all got the same issue as us, but worse than us. So leaving Flint ain't gonna solve the problem. I'm gonna always stick with my Flint town and my Bucktown for life. I'm not gonna run from Michigan just because what's going on. There's crimes going on all over. Everybody's baby's getting killed. A 6-year-old got killed in Detroit, waiting for his daddy to come home from work, and they shot up the wrong house. So I mean, at the end of the day, you guys, whoever the parents are, you know who your kids is, do something about it. Do something about your kids and tell them, give you the gun, but you can turn them in. Turn the guns in. Stop this violence. Because a lot of kids are good in Flint, and I'm tired of so many people on Facebook bashing some of these kids. A lot of kids that was in that thing from Sunday went down there for no mess. A lot of them was trying to enjoy life like my cousin was. Innocent. And I gotta say, we gotta say a prayer for the 16-year-old boy that also got hit. We just found out he got hurt, but he's doing good. So we need to pray for his family also. I don't know his name, but I found out another young boy, 16 years old, also got hurt downtown. We need to do better, police department. Instead of y'all bear spray, snatching people out their cars and whatever y'all mad about because of this council meeting, won't y'all put that energy on the streets and get the people off the street? Because Flint gonna come back, regardless who don't want it to come back. We strong as hell. We very strong, and we gonna continue to fight all races. We all gonna come together, and this time gonna come back, because Mr. Mount Foundation is taking care of everybody. He putting up a new school in Beecher. The foundation helped him with that. He doing Burton. He going all over. So that let us know Flint has still got hope. We still have hope. We got hope. And we're gonna come back like it used to be. Everybody look out for each other, and these young kids go to the neighbor and say, you need your grass cut? You understand how we did it? We had our same problems too. Only thing is, we did with the fist. We might have shot a couple times, but most of the time when we did our fighting was with these fists right here. Not no guns. So put the guns down, teenagers. I'm being honest with you, because my daddy got killed in Flint. I was a young teenager. Jerry Winfrey knows. So put the guns down.
Thank you so much. Next speaker, please.
The next speaker is Natalie Wright. Natalie Wright.
Hi. I have lived in downtown Flint for 15 years now. The last 13 being at the Hardy Building. The front of my building faces the bus station, where we do get some shootings and actions. I've also been going out and enjoying all of our festivals that we have. And one thing I have really noticed in the last 15 years is that One thing I have really noticed in the last 15 years is that when there's a predominantly black event, it is just not going to be staffed the same way. I would really like to contrast Drop Fest that was so gratuitously staffed that's why we were able to have the intervention we did when Garden View was on fire. Because it was ridiculously staffed, and I'm tired of this blame being put on the parents when white people could drop their white kids off to a rave-like atmosphere and know that all the drugs they did, it would be fine. They could pick them up at the Red Cross tent. Where was the Red Cross tent yesterday in that heat? You know, where were the sheriffs? I would like to see a side-by-side report on how that was staffed. You know what I mean? It was known that it was going to be a big event, and time after time I see it, and then it's the parents. How come the white events? It's just not the same. Also, I wanted to tell you how you regain trust is by doing the right thing for the people all the time. On all subjects, and you keep doing it over and over again. And if you were doing that, you'd have already regained the trust. I would also like to say this stuff about Leon, it's bothering all of us, and then you don't want the youth to be violent, but you're not holding this man accountable who's in a city council position. I would also like to read you something that I found today by a Miss Annalisa Padilla. What happened and keeps happening in Flint is also a result of people not having a third space anymore. A third space is the concept that we have home and work and a third place to gather and socialize. Studies have shown third places are disappearing. We have lost clubs, bars, restaurants, libraries. People have nowhere to gather, especially young black people in our city. So they keep making places themselves, and these places are wholly unregulated with no decorum because no one is held accountable. Here's the thing, as I said, I wanted to read all of this, and I will get back to reading this and get back down, is it wouldn't have mattered what color the people were last night with that little staffing that was bound to happen. And why does that keep happening? Why does it appear that we do not care about our young black people here? We also need to hold cops accountable. It is very odd that they could show up to police drop fests and other.
Yeah, thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Deborah Coleman. Deborah Coleman.
My name is Deborah Coleman, and I live in the First Ward. First thing I want to say is I want to send an abundance of love and healing to the lady that lost her life and her family, and everybody that was down there with their families and grandkids and great-grandkids that was traumatized for that senseless act from the coward who did it. Now I'm finna throw some fingers. And my first fingers I'm gonna throw is y'all say that parents shouldn't be held accountable. I'm not gonna say all of them. I'm talking to the ones that don't care about the kids and don't try to help the kids. I got a son that's about to be 36 next month. I got a 25-year-old daughter. And when I was raising them, I was in their business. I was pulling up where they was at. I was dropping them off. I was sitting in the parking lot. And anything that my kids got into, guess what I did? I got on the phone. I'm calling people mamas, daddies, uncles. Y'all know them. Most of the time, all these kids that's out here getting into it, their mothers and grannies and stuff went to school together. And if people talk, that'll make it even better. Maybe they'll calm down. So parents do need to be held accountable. The second thing I'm gonna throw out here, y'all keep saying that what the police got to do with it. The police got a lot to do with it. Because yesterday, they didn't patrol that. When I came down here through here Saturday, it was police presence everywhere. But they wasn't out there last night. I don't know if y'all trying to prove a point or whatever, because y'all sure did the pig jump out boys jumped out on some 58-year-olds and sprayed us because we was just getting food. But wasn't nobody jumping out there on them kids last night. They can't tell me they can't get out there and control them kids. That baby, downtown ain't even a mile long. Detroit is huge. When you go to Detroit downtown, they got police riding on bikes, walking, they standing at every corner, so y'all can't tell me y'all couldn't control that. Y'all got paddy wagons. Put the paddy wagon in the middle of the turning lane. Y'all see these, y'all know grown folks don't have a curfew. Kids got a curfew. Y'all seen them kids walking down there with them hoodies on? Walk up to them, ask them where your parents at, and they can't take it to the parents, get them, say, put them in the paddy wagon. It don't mean you got to take them to jail. Fill that baby up, bring them downtown, call their mamas, tell their mamas come get them. When they come get them, you let them know I'm giving you a warning, because their parents know they're not supposed to be down there. You get the parents a warning. And then if they keep doing it and y'all keep catching them, then the kids go to the juvenile and send their parents to jail. And the third thing I'm gonna throw out is we are all accountable, because we all sit around and say, oh, this can happen, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, but ain't nobody standing up. I'm out here now because I was involved in something. And I'm gonna stay out here. And I'm gonna keep coming and I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking, and something needs to be done. And I'm gonna tell you what, y'all just keep watching, because them fools that jumped out on us, it ain't over. Keep on watching. Keep on watching, because they finna be held accountable.
Thank you so
Believe
much.
that.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Taylor Sampson.
Taylor Sampson, resident of the 8th Ward. As I watched the new documentary series on Hurricane Katrina, the one thing that kept swirling in my mind was, if not for the community, even more lives would have been lost in that catastrophe. You cannot rely on your government to save you. We have known that here in Flint for years and years. Due to the ongoing disregard of us living in Flint by our local government, we are relying on each other daily to get through these continual hard times. I cannot stress this enough when I remind everyone listening. Flint was given $94 million ARPA grant dollars to help residents. Again, I ask, what do we have to show for it? Folks saying the accountability starts at home, yes, that is true. However, we have a lawless mayor running the city with no repercussions on his behavior. What you see on the streets regarding violence, drugs, blight, overzealous police, homelessness, etc. starts with the mayor. The mayor controls the majority of council. It's obvious he's telling his wife what decisions to make at the state level. We have Flint police who have admitted the mayor made the call for them to pull up on residents. The police chief does what he says. We know for a fact he tried to tell the former fire chief what to do, which resulted in another lawsuit. The ineptitude of our mayor and those that follow his orders rather than the oath they took to serve have put the city in some of the worst shape it has been in decades. How much more do we have to take? Our tax and water increases alone will cause many people to lose their homes. The neighborhoods are in shambles. Our health has never been as debilitating as it is now, with all the diseases and cancers coursing through our bodies. Our small children aren't reaching developmental milestones like they should be. The older kids are graduating without basic life skills. Those that have turned to the streets are being held to the standards of adults by the courts and system. Our seniors are constantly being attacked by this administration. At what point do the residents say they've had enough and are demanding change? The same faces are at these meetings every week. We are pleading for more residents to come here. Council meetings are where these decisions are held and the discussions are held. They aren't a waste. We need to tune in. They try to keep it distracted and crazy, so you tune out. Wards 1, 2, 4, and 7 would be sweating if these seats in these chambers were full of people every week. We can't keep fighting for changes with only a couple dozen residents continually exposing and challenging this corrupt administration. We need help. We'll protect you in here to the best of our abilities. If you're not sure where to begin on this journey, reach out to one of us. All of us are on Facebook. We'll gladly catch you up on what's truly happening. Their plan is to get rid of all of us with whatever means it takes. White people of Flint, I'm talking to you as well. I'm sick of seeing only 5 white people down here. We cannot keep putting the labor of the city on the black residents. For me personally, I would at least like to go down, know that I was fighting, and then I tried. We can't do to their strength in numbers. Another thing I'd like to ask Davina, why is this camera covered? It's been a couple weeks now. As I've said before, that should be recording us up here so we have another angle and we can show that there is actual things going on in these chambers, because you can't trust just one camera view. And that's usually the camera I speak to the mayor in, so I'm gonna turn around and speak to him today, I guess. Sheldon Neely doesn't give a damn about this city.
Thank you, ma'am. Next speaker.
The next speaker is Audrey Muhammad.
Audrey Muhammad, the Second Ward. First of all, I'd like to say I don't expect any courtesy, because that was just rude when I was talking to our minister and Liddell came over and just interrupted us, didn't say excuse me, but I don't expect more than that. Speaking that she had cursed out a pastor twice where the public could hear her, and then wants to go and try to villainize me several times. Didn't work. I'm still on the library board. But I'd like to read a post that I saw this morning on Facebook from Percy Glover. He said, "Effing read this. In all the community work I do, there are two statements I've heard in the past year about the gun violence in Flint that will never leave my head. Number one, a law enforcement officer said, F them kids, let them kill each other. Number two, a person from the federal prosecutor's office said, we know exactly who the youth are that are doing the shooting, and the only reason they haven't been prosecuted is because they are too young. It would take, it would have to go all the way to DC, the White House, to get approval to indict a minor. That's sad. I remember a lecture that was made by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan called Justifiable Homicide, Black Youth in Peril. Peril spelled P-E-R-I-L. He's also had it reverted over to a book. They are setting our children up to go to prison, to the grave, us to kill one another. That's why you didn't see the police down there yesterday, because they knew what was going to be happening. They already knew that. It's time for us as a community to stand up, unite, take our streets back, take our youth back. We have to. Now sit up and say, now go twist this narrative and say, I'm speaking up here because I'm angry and I'm hollering. No, I'm passionate because I see our babies dying in the street. Wholesale from the lack of the work that's should be done. But what do we expect from our mayor's office when he came into office and lied and said the city was in deficit when Karen Weaver left him a letter and said, I'm leaving you 20,000, was it 20 million? 20 million? $20 million was left there, but he lied and said it wasn't there. And she left a letter, and then he said, oh, we found $20 million. You didn't just find $20 million. It was already told to you that it was there. So his lies has continued on. So why do we expect that they would do something now to help come with a crime plan when they have been saying this all along? Even before you got in office, they've been saying they're going to do something about crime and haven't done nothing. Keep standing up, y'all, forward.
Next public speaker.
The next speaker is Lorraine Thompson.
Hello, I'm Lorraine Thompson. I'm not sure which ward with that flip-flop stuff. I'm not really sure which ward. And I'm not up here today to speak about what I'm considering the kidnapping of my nephew. I'm going to leave that alone. What I do have, I'm trying to get all our ducks in a row. So I want some clarity on a couple of questions. I think I know, but I'm not sure the way it's handled. So first of all, this chamber, is this not the place we're supposed to go to let you all know what our problems are and our concerns, and then you all in turn help us get those situated. That's my one question. I've been stuck on something for a long time, and this is taking it way back. But that whole illegal meeting that took place where Mays was put out, I'm stuck there. I'm stuck there because I really want to know who orchestrated that. I do want to know also, I do want to say also before this, okay, and this right here, I used to do this when I came up before. That's because this time is on my back. I feel stifled. And then for you all to change the amount of time that we had to speak, I know I was being stifled. But anyway, I would like to say to Burns and Pfeiffer in particular, I am very proud of the political maturity that has taken place between you all, with you all. I would also like to say it's a huge thing to be able to get yourself where you can go in between making these seats come alive and removing yourself and being able to be an actual council person to the people who elected you instead of having your own personal self in here. See, the guys have to be able to move from one space to another space in their head. And I am very proud to see that you all, and since I've been paying attention, of course, Winfrey Carter, and you're amazing to me, Mr. Jarrett. I love the way you carry yourself. And we need to do this. This is what we need to do. We need to stop saying this side and that side. This is illegal and legal stuff. Either we're going to do it right or we're not going to do it. We shouldn't be doing it at all. That's exactly where I am.
All right, Madam Clerk, is that the last speaker?
No, the next speaker is Claire McClinton.
Okay.
First, Claire McClinton. First of all, our hearts go out to the victims of the gun violence. And we just have to pause and give our sympathy to that because we can't get used to that. Now, it's been a lot of things that's come up tonight, but I want to talk about all of us, community, council, mayors, and everything else. We have got to step up our game and do more because the conditions in our community is going down. So all of us have to step up and do more. And I want to challenge some of the other organizations that's in our community whose silence is deafening. They're not speaking out. They're not coming forward. The Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the UAW, this new group called the Indivisibles, all that, the League of Women Voters, the NAACP, your community, your neighborhood block club. We need to come on out here and stand up and stand for what's right and not be intimidated and scared that we're going to be arrested for using our voices. Now, I want to go back because this thing with the police is escalating. And let's go back to May 1st. On May 1st, a group of community people called for a demonstration out in front of City Hall, fighting for democracy. And I went out there, and demonstrations and things like that is just second nature to Flint residents. We fight for justice. We all about justice. So I went out there and joined the thing saying our democracy was in danger and things like that, and I joined the group. I didn't even see a police. I didn't see one. But 1 month later, June 1st, when we gathered out here to march and drive to the park, we was met with state troopers and Flint Police Department. Now, what was the difference? So there's a difference in the treatment. And some of the folks tonight brought up difference in treatment, difference in protecting and serving to different groups. I challenge the council to use your subpoena power and get the police up here and answer some questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Willie Buford.
Good evening, council members. My name is Willie Buford. I am a resident of the 2nd Ward. I came here to say I love this city. Flint is so dope. I'm tired of Flint being described as grit and resilient. We need to move past resilient and grit, and we need to get to Flint being a safe haven. I dedicate my life to the young people here in Flint, Michigan. I walk with them, I work for them, and I work with them. And they are dope. They're brilliant, they're creative, and their talent is immeasurable. But the sad thing is they're also broken. They're broken because they have no hope. When they look for leaders, they turn to their music and their movies and the media, and you know what they see there? Violence. Then they come outside and they look to the leaders of the city, and they see arguing, cursing each other out, tearing each other down. What are we teaching them? 810 Day should have been a day of celebration. We should have been turned up for the city in the right way. Instead, a young girl's life was stolen. But that didn't start that night. That started years ago with the culture we created. We fight in front of our children. We disrespect each other. We celebrate the very poison that is killing us. Then we wonder why our kids go and pick up guns. If we keep planting these seeds, violence is the only harvest we're going to reap. I'm calling on the council to be leaders in your ward. Reach out to the religious leaders in the churches in your ward. Let's take our city streets back. Flint is filled with churches. We got enough people who believe in God and who believe in values and morals. Council members, go out and talk to those people and let's get on these streets, right? Let's create the right culture for our young people. Also, if we need to defund the police, let's do that also. They're here to serve us. Let Flint show the world what it looks like when people police themselves. Not chaos, but community power. We can't afford to let another 810 Day tragedy go, and that work starts right now.
Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Lola Durrell.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am here also just to go over what we went over last week with my nephew, as my sister saying, being kidnapped, because that's exactly what was going on. And so, with the violence that happened yesterday, all I see on Facebook, because I wasn't there, but with the shooting, and I see that it wasn't hardly any police there. I don't understand why, when they're there for like back to the bricks and stuff, they're really heavy. And so, you know, that's not right. And they need to be there for every event, I believe, just to patrol and make sure everything goes well. Also, this is embarrassing for the Flint residents as far as what happened to, well, all of it, especially the baby that got killed, you know, yesterday. But with my nephew, I'm looking on the internet and I see that in North Carolina they're talking about it, in Vegas, in Iowa. I mean, who talks about it in Iowa? They're writing articles about what happened to them and the patrons getting sprayed with mace or bear spray or whatever it was, bear mace. I'm reading that in these places, and not every cop is bad. I really didn't think, I used to say, well, I'm glad our police department isn't like that. I used to say that until maybe earlier this year. I used to say that, and because I never heard about them abusing, the residents or anything like that happened to my nephew. I never heard of that, and I would say that, well, I'm glad our police officers are not like that, but they are. I mean, it's some that are, not everyone. And I work, I do service a lot of them where I work, so they're not, all of them are not bad. But I just wanted the mayor never spoke, the police chief never spoke, never came out and spoke anything. But of course, in good reason, they were there today for the situation, and that's wonderful. But they needed to speak on everything that, that happens, and it's going out of state to Iowa. I mean, this is a big deal. So I just wanted that on record, and they need to speak on it because they haven't, so I just wanted that on record. So you all have a good evening.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Sarah Houston.
My name is Sarah Houston. I believe I am in the 6th Ward, Ms. Burns, in your ward. I am a lifelong resident, proud daughter of 2 deaf individuals born and raised here in Flint, Michigan. And I would be wrong if I first did not say you never have sign language interpreters or access for your deaf residents in this city. Michigan School for the Deaf is right here in Flint, Michigan, and you never, ever think about them. Mr. Mayor, I used to stand beside you doing COVID work, but now you have nobody. I don't have to be there. It ain't about me. I'm eating. Other folks can eat. But access for my deaf son, for my deaf nephew, for my family members, for my community should be here at all times. Certified. Certified, because it's against the law to not do so. As of that part, eye contact. I watch on Facebook these meetings a lot. Liddell, I'm very disappointed. If you don't like them, you don't look at them, babe. And we talk often. I'm very disappointed. I understand that people have rubbed you the wrong way, but you have a job to do here. You are paid to listen to everybody, and not just those that like you or support you. That's not fair. That's not right. And as a person who believes in calling out right and wrong, I'm gonna call you out on that, boo. That's wrong. It's wrong. It's very disrespectful, and I've seen that. Miss Judy, the same thing for you. And for you to speak up on Miss Mari or on whoever you were trying to talk about their high school record, that ain't got nothing to do with what's going on here today. That child was speaking truth about her pain in this city. How dare y'all disrespect our future? That's our future. I've worked in the schools for 7 years. I worked in the schools as a sign language interpreter, but because I was born and raised here, I knew a lot of children's parents. Those kids, those boys that died a couple weeks ago, and then the one that got killed in the barbershop, those were my babies.
I sat and talked to one of them that said, Miss Sarah, I'm sorry, I don't see nothing else for myself but death in the streets. The one that just got, so from that funeral, I hugged on a young man, told them babies, please be safe. And the young man that I hugged on said, please be safe. I buried him last week. This gotta stop, y'all. It's gotta stop. I don't have a lot of time. The police violence that's going on in here. I don't understand why we bringing people who don't live in Flint to police Flint. They don't care about us. They think we animals, evident by the bear spray that was brought to spray people in Flint, Michigan. Where is a bear in Flint, Michigan? I'm just saying. Maybe some cultural competency training, something's got to go on and be given regularly and tested. Y'all, we have to do this for our city and our people.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Next speaker is Rich Jones.
How y'all doing today? First of all, I was planning on coming up here, but I was not planning on speaking, but I was watching the meeting, and Liddell, you said something that really rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm just gonna make this short. Even if one kid get killed in Flint, Michigan in a year, that's one too many. That's one too many. And let me say something to everybody. The difference in our city and these kids and these gangs is gun availability. We have always had gangs. We have always fought. Hell, it's people that I grew up with as a teenager, we couldn't be in the same room without fighting. But guess what we're doing now? Because we're both alive because we fought. We work together. It's so many undertakers that's hanging with top dogs, Al Capone, Stony Ronies that's running with the Selby Hood. People that used to want to go at each other. And we had a gun problem before too. But I don't know how, because I wasn't one of the ones that was shooting the guns, but I was in that age group of the shooters. But that ended. That's ended through the community. And for all of you youngsters out there, I want to quote something from one of the artists from my No More Tears concerts and stuff, and his quote is, "Collect calls so you know it's me. They just let it ring, out of sight, out of mind. That's a real thing." Now I want to play y'all as much of this song as y'all can hear. And this is for all of these young kids out here.
When I was 17, I was involved in a shooting incident at a party. So I want to take this time out to really give a sincere apology to Versina, I would tell her things coming straight from my heart. I would tell her things coming straight from my heart. I would tell her things coming straight from my heart. Paint a picture like it's art, straight from my heart. I would tell her things coming straight from my heart. I would tell her things coming straight from my.
That's a song that is wrote by a rapper who was involved in a drive-by shooting into which an innocent girl was killed in the city of Flint. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Amanda Lemieux.
Hi, I am Amanda Lamiel. I'm a local educator, civil rights activist, and very active cop watcher. I cop watch both in a more official capacity and on my own time. I cop watch in Detroit, Lansing, Ann Arbor, Flint, all around Michigan. Police in Genesee County are tyrants. And I'm telling you, almost every weekend, I'm in Detroit. Detroit police are tyrants. Flint police are worse. So let me tell you about a little, some inconsistencies. I assure you that the way, grow up. Don't roll your eyes at me. Okay, grow up. So the police response to different events in this city are not equal. They're not adequate at all. They are not equal. So Saturday morning, I got downtown at 8 a.m. to start setting up Drop Fest, and I did not leave until the end of the night. By 11:30, Saginaw Street was lined with deputies. Lined. Okay, so that's preventative. Check that, preventative. It's a planned response. Okay? By 11:45, I observed my first arrest. And those arrests continued all day long. Deputies were everywhere. Flint police, university deputies, all day long. They arrested a homeless man who was sleeping on a bench, who I see there 5 times a week. They were pulling people over in the middle of lights, arresting them. It was very preventative. Let me assure you, Genesee County Police, Sheriff, universities, the deputies, they know how to police this city. I see them doing it. As a matter of fact, I went home that night thinking, man, that was a lot of police. But at least they were incredibly respectful. They were over the top, and it felt weird. This is gentrification, and we know it. They are protecting businesses over people. They are protecting their area that they want to continue to be, I'm sorry, but white. That is what this is. The other problem is across these departments, what their responses look like are horrifically different. So what's happening is they have a response. They're responding to these other events, and they're reacting to when they don't send anybody out. Then they're reacting and they're blaming the people who are actually victimized.
Thank you, ma'am.
For not having a response.
Next speaker.
The final speaker for this meeting is Tanya Jones.
Good evening. Hello. Tonight, my concern is, I am a concerned parent. I have a son that's part of the opiate crisis. He's autistic. Also, he has sickle cell. Liddell, one day it could be your son. I notice you have a son. You look me up, he could be your son. Nobody exempt to what's going on. So I hope you can handle what I handle. Don't ever think it can't happen to you. I hope you're as strong as I am, because I'm not going nowhere. I have a court date for LaShawn Johnson on the 25th, John Cole on the 25th. Let me explain why I have the court date for LaShawn Johnson. Because she assaulted me in the bathroom here. I come here to be heard, not to be arrested, not to be lied on. Y'all want people to go away, but I can't go away. You know what? Because didn't nobody give up on me. I left home at 14, been on my own since I was 14. Not because I was fast, because my mama had her own issues. But I had a grandmama that loved me. I had my son's father, Michael Edwards, that was killed by the Howard State gang, loved me. My mother, Flora Smith, loved me. I had people love me. I I didn't have a family. My father is Hubert Roberts of Black Lives Matter. You think I would be standing here if I had family support? I'm out here trying to search to get help for my son, trying to save my son. I have a missing person report right now for my son. I went downtown looking for my son. Do you know how it is to look at keeping the community informed every day, looking for my son? But this is my baby, and he's worth it. Y'all don't understand. He's worth it. Machette, my son, went to church, a member of Ebenezer. My son did not go to Flint schools. I took my son away from Flint, and I did the best I could by him. But it's the company you keep. These kids don't have what I gave. But I'm going to stand in for the ones that don't have nobody, because these kids not lost. We all a part. God wants us all to come together. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, these kids is hurting. I was hurting when I left home. But God put some good people in my life. I don't know how to give up. I don't know how to give up. So for John Cole case that tried to groom my son, you know, my son told me, I got the video. I got text messages. You can look back the time. I got time. And I'm going to be in court the 25th. And I'm going to be in the court for LaShawn. And she said it ain't going nowhere. But I'm not going nowhere. They're not going to do nothing with it. But guess what? I'm going to keep on. It's going to be on record. And you have a good night. I love y'all, and God loves y'all too.
All right, so Madam Clerk, just to clarify, that was the last speaker?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. So now it's time for council comment. Any council members who would like to respond?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns.
Thank you. We only get 2 minutes, so I want to say to Lorraine and Lola, keep coming, keep speaking. Lorraine, you are a very dear friend to the late Councilman Eric Mays, and it's good to see you still here. And for the Lawson family, I hope whatever justice looks like, that you receive it. You receive it. To Brother LaRon, I want to tell you thank you for coming, because a lot of times people don't know I reach outside. I appreciate you contacting me. I appreciate you going to Hurley with me with the mother who we found out 2 of her sons were shot at that time, and to pray together. Thank you for showing up in these council chambers, because every time you show up, you don't have to get up and say it up here. You know, you show up, and I appreciate that. I truly do. I want to say to Taylor, I want to say to Tanya, I want to say to Debbie and Diane and to Beverly with the Color of Law Coalition, thank you, ladies, because you come here because you're still terrified and you have issues and you have anxiety. Thank you for showing up for the people. And Natalie, thank you for showing up to this podium, because you were irritated, you were upset. You are a part of Flint, and you showed up to speak up. We need people to speak up and to show up. And to the people who stated we used to see so many different police. We had Segways, horses, motorcycles, police cruisers, bicycles. This was poor planning. I was told there were only 2 people signed up for the 810 day. That's not enough. It's not enough. I've been to 810 before, and I didn't go this year, went last year. And we knew we needed to have better planning. I didn't see but a couple last year, and that may be why we only had a couple this year. And so when we talk about our city, we are going to have to at some point come together. What that looks like, I do not know, but that is my time.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Winfrey Carter.
Again, I would like to thank all of the residents for being here, being engaged in the process. I want to say to Mr. Stanley Woods, thank you for all of the information that you bring forth to us. It's well needed, and thank you. Ms. Gladys, you always come to the podium with something insightful. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. Ms. Natalie, thank you for what you said, because it is a difference. It's a definite difference. You'll see the difference this weekend coming. We have, the bricks, back to the bricks. So you'll see how how well patrolled Back to the Bricks is going to be this weekend. Deborah Coleman, thank you, thank you, thank you. What you said, it resonated, and what the young people don't understand. Yeah, back in the day, and Rich, you touched on this, back in the day, yeah, we had the gangs and all that, but what we did have was the village. We had the village raising the children. I couldn't do, I lived on Russell Street. I couldn't do nothing down the street without my parents knowing by the time I made it home, I was in trouble. And didn't even know that the neighbors saw what I was doing. So we need that village. We need to bring back the village. And I want the public to know the chambers belong to you. These are your chambers.
All right. Anyone else like to speak during council response? Ma'am, let's stop yelling now.
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Priestley.
Ms. Coleman, I thought you made some very good points, and especially in regards to parenting. You know, I've raised a niece, and she came to me from broken home, and both parents could care less at the time. They're drug addict at the time and alcohol. That was a very difficult time to try to raise that child at 14. I didn't know where she was all the time, but I tried. She's doing well now. I sure hope you find your son. I really do. What happened to him is shameful, absolutely horrible. I find it very appalling, and I'm glad that that man is back in prison.
I know that's right.
For those people who lost family members, violence is one of the problems that I see, and I've said all along, is a lack of respect for human property, for human life. And they're not taught in some homes, and that's a shame. We need to have respect for one another, and we see it here all the time. So I sure hope that what I'm hearing isn't true in regards to black events and white events, or mixed. Pause my time.
Excuse me. Let's go ahead. Sorry, Ms. Priestley. I'm about to go back there. Could you please put 15 more seconds on the clock? And audience, please, let's be respectful of the council lady. Okay. Sorry about that, Ms. Priestley. Please proceed.
Thank you. Because I don't think it should be a difference. The same amount of police should be present at all events. I don't care what it is. I am not in favor, and I've always fought the black versus white because I don't see it in my life.
All right. Anyone else would like to speak during public comment? All right, so seeing that there is no one else, I'll go ahead and I will take the All right, we're just waiting for order to be reestablished in the chambers, please. Thank you. All right, so I'll go ahead and take my time. Thank you. So just want to address Mr. Buford. Mr. Buford, thank you so much for approaching the lectern and for being an involved Second Ward resident. Thank you so much for serving on the committees and also for putting out real solutions, viable solutions on Facebook that we can employ today. So it sounds good. I know when you're upset, we're upset. But when you're upset, it's time for us to come back with solutions. So I definitely support that. And hopefully with the Merle Park Neighborhood Association, we can get that going, especially in your neighborhood, and spread that out to the entire second ward. Because again, it starts with every home, every block, which turns into the neighborhood, which leads to the community. So again, thank you so much for your work and for coming to the meeting. And also, Miss Natalie, I definitely appreciate you for addressing the lectern, but as you watch the meeting, what you don't hear is when I look at people, I'm accused of intimidating people when I look at them, okay? So when I look down or look away, then I'm being disrespectful to people. So in any event, please pause my time. What we will not do is continue to yell out. See, we want young people to do better, but join them. This is ridiculous. If you want young people to do better, older people start here. This is ridiculous. You want to get upset when they act up in the streets, but excuse me.
Point of order.
Go ahead. What's your point?
Your time should still be going.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, again, I'm bringing the individuals who's yelling out to order. Unless you want to leave the meeting, please get in order. Please go ahead and start my time. So, again, I hear what's being said. Just because I don't look at you don't mean that I don't hear you, but you gotta make up your mind. Do you want to say I intimidate you when I look at you? Or do you want to say that I disrespect you when I look down and then look up, look down and look up? Either way, I'm here to do my job. When we talk about getting things in action, I'm here for it. I'm giving resources. I'm talking about programs that will help our young people that I'm actively involved with. Downtown, I'm down there. We're talking about bringing in interpreters. I attempted to under the last clerk. So we're going to move on to the next agenda item. And again, you yell out, you will leave. Because let me just reread this again. The reading of the disorderly person, city court, Mr. R.L., I'm bringing you to order. Keep yelling out, that'll be your warning. You know better. Reading of the disorderly person, city code subsection. Any person that persists to disrupt this meeting will be in violation of the Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting this meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. So with that being a fair equalizer, so everybody can know the playing rules, we're going to proceed with the meeting. If you proceed to yell out, you will be warned, and then you will be asked to leave. So now we are on the consent agenda. What's the pleasure of this body?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
All right, any support? All right, supported by the Councilwoman in the 7th Ward. Any separations? All right, seeing none.
Madam Chair.
We'll go ahead, Mr. Jarrett.
Looking to separate 250182.
Could you please speak into your microphone?
250182 on page 4.
Page 4, did you say 182?
182.
Okay. All right.
That's all that I have.
All right, appreciate it. So seeing if that's the last one, the consent agenda will consist of resolutions, all the resolutions with the exception of 250182. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
For the record, I also want to note that 250198 and 250223 were postponed in special affairs.
Thank you.
Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley? Yes. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat? Yes. Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. The consent agenda passes. So now we're off to the first separation, which. So what is the pleasure of Mr. Jarrett? Go ahead. We'll let you lead this.
Move the council.
Pardon.
Approve, rather, I'm sorry.
Well, hold on. Wait. What's that? All right. So any support?
Support.
Supported by the council lady in the 4th ward. Any discussion?
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I think we had made a request prior because there were questions. I really wanted Chief Green to answer, especially with some of the issues that have come out. He has not been here. I yield the floor.
All right, anyone else in the first round? All right, seeing there's no one
Madam
else in the
Chair.
first round. Anyone else in the
Chair.
second round? Okay, well, speaking to your mic, Mr. Jarrett, I can't hear you.
Is there someone from the department here now?
From the police department?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Okay.
All
I
right,
yield.
anyone else in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Murphy Carter.
If there are questions, and I have colleagues that have questions about this resolution, and Chief Green is not here to answer these questions, I'm going to make a motion that we send this resolution, Resolution 250182, back to Finance.
All right, there's a motion on the floor to send this resolution back to finance. Any support?
Support.
Supported by the council lady in the 6th ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer is not in. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. So that motion.
Support.
All right, there's a motion to adjourn. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat? Yes. Mr. Pfeiffer is absent. Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no, and it is officially 8:01, and this meeting is adjourned.
I'm coming. Just a second, I gotta do something here. Oh,